Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Uh, so it is February 2021, a very exciting time to be part of our company. And the presentation I'm going to do is called Blockchain 2021. And this one is in particular concentrating on just a few subjects as we move into the blockchain wallet. So very exciting time. My name is Rita Ashen, and I'm happy and proud to be an ambassador in this company. Love doing webinars and teach and coach people about the things that we have on offer. So I'm going to specifically look at 3 of the new platforms today that you will be visiting quite often from here on in for years and years to come. So very exciting. And I'm also going to talk about our seed phrase. We had a memo that went out just a couple of days ago from our CEO, and he's giving everyone hints and tips and warnings. So we want to go over that seed phrase so you can have this immerse yourself in that information and also pass it on to others that may be, disconnected at the moment. So the first platform that we'll look at, it's actually called the crypto unit blockchain. You say the crypto unit blockchain, within that blockchain houses our ecosystem, our blockchain, our tokenomics, and specifically it's where our wallet is located. So this is the wallet that we are all going to be utilizing. It's going to be very active. You're going to love it because right now in your back office, all you really do is just stare at your portfolio, right? There's nothing that you can do with the contents of the portfolio that you have in the UGPay group or the CRU tab. So the crypto unit blockchain is going to make that so much more interactive for you. Okay, so just have a look at this screenshot of the website cryptounit.cc, and you'll notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs along in the menu is the word wallet. So this is what we're going to be, activating very soon. Now, earlier in the month, what happened was a term called synchronization. And so that means that they took all the information that was from our back office, to do with our portfolios, all of our information, and they already transferred that over to the blockchain, right? So when we open up our blockchain wallets, when we activate it, all the information about the tokens that we own will already be there. So basically it's just waiting for us. So that information done. The next thing that we will have to do is we will have to activate our private keys. So sometime, hopefully this month, I'm pretty certain it's just days away, we will get access to our private keys. Now, the private keys will allow us, first of all, we have to go to our CRU back office portfolio. We will do an activation there and get the private keys, and that will give us access to the blockchain wallet. So what will it look like in the back office? Right, so this is the back office of your crypto unit tab. You'd press portfolio, you'd scroll down, and you would see this green button, right? So you will press the green button, and that will activate the private keys, and it will help you to transfer over to the blockchain. Now, it's really important that when you're doing this particular action, before you do it, that you have no distractions. Okay, that might mean for you that you don't have any kids around to distract you. You don't have any kids, our CEO said, to trip up on the wire of your computer, right? If you have a husband or wife, a spouse that is constantly distracting you, then don't be in that space. Make sure that you take your computer device elsewhere so you are not distracted. Don't do this activity, which is very important in a noisy environment like a cafe. Okay, so you really need to be in a quiet space with no distractions. Now, preferably, you should use a computer. I know some people have got computers, some people have got mobile phones. Now, if you don't have a computer, I really recommend that you wait to get access to one before you do this. The reason being, with the seed phrase is a lot of words put together, and it will require you to move from screen to screen, right? And you'd be going back and forward 12, 18, 16, 24 times. And what if you accidentally cross off the wrong screen because you thought, oh, I'd done that, and then you accidentally cross off the screen that has the seed phrase in it? So if you can, I would strongly recommend that you wait till you get access to a computer. So this gives you more of a chance to get that seed phrase down before you ruin the possibility of, viewing it. Now, before you also do it too, make sure that the battery on your computer is fully charged, right? The worst thing, you don't want to plug in and then you see your seed phrase and then all of a sudden, the battery on your computer says low battery and then it just stops before you've had a time to write them all down. So make sure before you start as well that that is fully charged. Now, let's look at this. It's got 3 sections here. This is your seed phrase. It will consist of 12 random words. Okay, so they're 12 words, but they won't make any sense. So you can't remember them like a sentence. Okay, so I'll tell you what the first 4 words are. I can just barely see them because the screenshot is quite blurry. But it's medal, as in a medal that you would get if you won a 100-meter sprint. So a medal, faith is the second word, canyon, and then good. Now those are the first 4 words in order, number 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So write it down on paper, and because it's only shown once, and make sure you write not just the words but the numbers next to them, because you have to know the order. Okay, so write them down. There's an option there to copy it to a clipboard as well. The thing is, when you copy it to a clipboard, it also means that you have to paste it to something, and then you have to make sure that what you're pasting it to and what you're going to save it to is going to be secure as well, because people could hack into your computer. Just think about maybe, years to come, what your portfolio value is going to be worth. And imagine that you throw out the computer that you're using right now, 10 years later, you end up throwing it in the bin, and that gets into the wrong hands. And these people now have access to your personal information on your computer. So be very careful when you're copying it to clipboard what you're going to do with that. So make sure that you keep wherever you copy it very, very safe. Now, let's look at the second part of the seed phrase in the middle, right? The first segment, it shows you the 12 words in order. In the second segment, what I assume that they're going to do is you're going to have to press on the words, which is the very first word. So you'd have to look for the word middle and click on that first, right? So make sure that when you do that, that you match up the words, that, it's the right spelling, it's the correct word, and then press middle first. Because faith is the second word, you would find the word faith and then click on that second. Okay, once you've done that all correctly, the blue button will light up and it will allow you to go to the next one. Now, the next portion as well, this is all to test that you're not a bot, to test that you're a person. The next one you have to do is drag the words in the order into the dark gray boxes. Okay, so this is a little test for you. Make sure that, you're not distracted, and do this, slowly but surely, right? Once that happens, once you see your seed phrase, as in this screen here, what I would do is I would actually take a quick picture before I wrote it down, because I know that a picture is much faster. So this is the setup that I'm going to use. I'm going to have the computer in front of me, and then as soon as I see the seed phrase in that first second, I'm going to take a couple of pictures, right? And then I'm going to make sure that they come out right, and then I'm going to start writing it down on a paper as well. Okay. We recommend that you have multiple copies, and make sure again you're responsible for keeping those copies safe. Okay. Oh, well, as I said, we're back to the seed phrase. You've got to match the words. Um, you've got to make sure that the spelling is correct. And then the last box there, you've got to make sure that you've got the order of the words. Now, when you've done that, you'll be prompted to paste the seed phrase into this box provided, and then you get to sign in. Now, when you sign in, it will also prompt you to set a PIN number, right, or a passcode. Now, this is 6 digits, but it doesn't have to just be numeric, right? So it can be 6 characters, should I say. Now, don't make it a birthday. You can make it, try to make it as hard as possible for someone to guess. So probably not your birthday, or probably not your children's birthdays, maybe even the places where you lived, so those things are all easy for hackers to guess. So put your PIN in and repeat it, and then proceed to the wallet. Now, the PIN is very important, that not only do you set it up, but that you remember it. You've got to remember the PIN, because the PIN is going to be used for every single transaction that you do. Okay, and I'll show you more about that later. So use different characters, use a combination of uppercase and lowercase, whatever they allow you to do. Once you're in it, it will guide you as to what characters you can use. But above all, you've got to also remember it, you write it down somewhere, and keep it safe. I can't even begin to say, where we would keep these things safe. You have to think of, what's best for yourself, and, if it means that you have to, put it into some sort of a, box with a lock and key on it, so be it. But you'll decide what's best for you. Now, with the PIN, like I said, it will be required for every transaction. So see this screenshot in the back. It's grayed out a little bit, but what I was doing was CRU staking. In the blockchain wallet there, because I got access. Maria gave me access to it. So when I went to go and stake some CRU, I staked 50 CRU. I pressed the button stake CRU, and then up come this box, right? So this box prompted me, before it could confirm that that was the action that I wanted to take, it prompts me to put the PIN in. So I was very impressed with this. I know that we had a meeting where Andre said that they were going to add another layer of security. So I was very impressed to see that they had a PIN code and that we use it for every transaction. So I did a lot of staking. I did some unstaking. I sent some CRU, to another wallet. I did some claiming of some staking of UNTB. And I also, I didn't do voting, but I assume that you'd be able to use it for that too. But every action that I did, they opened up this box here, and I was prompted to put the PIN number in. So this is great, right? So people will have to also, know your PIN number as well. So remember that, write it down, keep it safe. Now, after that, you'll be able to log in to the blockchain wallet. So lots of steps to take. You'll be able to log in. So use your login name and your password. And again, with everything, you have to remember it. You have to write it down. You have to keep it safe. So after that, you finally get your entry into the blockchain wallet. And this is what it looks like. Um, you have a dashboard in dark blue, so that is your menu. You have the wallet number, the number starting with 3H3, and that is your wallet. and that is your wallet number for all of the tokens in your crypto unit blockchain wallet. So that's very, that's very different. I love the way they do that, because normally if you have Bitcoin, and if I send Bitcoin to Bradley, right, I send him 2 Bitcoin, but I accidentally take his, his Litecoin wallet number or his crypto unit wallet number, what happens is those 2 Bitcoin actually just disappear into the World Wide Web. They're not, you can't retrieve it anymore. So you have to make sure that whatever this wallet is, if it's a Bitcoin wallet, the person has to give you their Bitcoin wallet number. If you're sending Bitcoin, it's a Bitcoin wallet to a Bitcoin wallet. If you're sending Litecoin, you have to send it to a Litecoin wallet, right? So imagine if that was how we did it in the banking system. Imagine you had a Westpac, but you could only send to a Westpac bank, right? If I send from my Westpac bank to an ANZ bank, and it was the wrong number, it would return it back to me, but not on the blockchain, right? So those things have to match. So this wallet number here is the same wallet for all 4 of the tokens. So that is really, really good. However, when you do go to the exchange, it's a different wallet number, okay? In the blockchain wallet, it's the same, but in the exchange, it's different. Now, also in the dashboard, you'll see these round circles. Now, they are the RAM, right, and the CPU and the net. And basically what they do is they hold your memory, right? One is the memory that you're going to use. One is how fast your transactions are going to go. And one is also the space that you're going to use, right? So you have to keep those topped up all the time. And how you do that is with UNTB. Now, talking about staking, you press on, it's in the dashboard, you just press on the tab that says staking, and you'll see that you have access to 4 different staking options, right? You've got the crew stake first, which is CRU for CRU. And then underneath that, you've got the UNTB stake. So that is for unlock CRU only, right? You can only use unlock CRU there. On the next side over, you've got the staking where you can stake your world crew, your WCRU for UNTB. And on the bottom of that, you have an option to stake your UNTB to get some net and CPU. Okay, so different kinds of staking, quite enjoyable doing the staking. It was very easy. You're going to absolutely love this wallet. They have worked so hard to get this platform to be user friendly. So I know that you're going to enjoy it. Now, all of that information you saw, right? Your seed phrase, your passcode or PIN, your account login, you have to keep all of this information safe. Now, if it means you put it in this actual kind of safe here, whatever it is, you've just got to make sure that you keep it and you don't lose it, and that you're able to retrieve it. Because you know what? The thing is, if you lose it, right? If you lose your seed phrase, especially, no one can help you, right? No one can get it recovered, not the IT developers, no one. No one can get it reset, right? Not your sponsor, not support, not UGPay, right? And not Evorich. So no one can help you, right? So you've got this one chance. And the truth, the fact is really, I'm being honest, there's probably about 200,000 people that are going to do this action as soon as we're able to in the next few days or so. 200,000, right? And I'm guarantee you that some people will lose their seed phrase. Okay, they will lose it, right? The question is, if you were paying attention, if you're going to do all those things, will it be you, right? The answer to that is no, right? Make sure that you know what you're doing, that you've got all of those, distractions and precautions. Take all those precautions because you want to do it. You only got that one chance, right? And we don't want that to be you, because then you can't access your blockchain wallet ever. Okay, so that is the first platform. But it's quite serious. So we have to be serious about it. So that's the first platform, is the crypto unit blockchain. We will have access to our blockchain wallet. Okay, the second platform that we will have access to, and I would assume maybe a week, maybe 10 days after that opens, this should follow on quite soon after. And this is the Unitex Exchange. Now, some of you may be familiar with it. Some of you may have already registered on it last year. Well, moving forward, all those registrations are going to be cancelled, okay? So we're going to start again. We're going to start again from scratch. Even some people last week, when it was open just for a few of us testers to go in, some sneaky people managed to register again. So we're going to have to wipe those registrations off as well. And you will be invited to register again in 2021. Okay, so just follow the same process you did before. Well, wait for a link from your sponsor, then go and register. The registration is 5 things for verification, right? So the first thing is you have to show your passport, right? So your passport, there'll be a square in front of you when you start the verification process, and you have to put the passport in that square and then press, the take a photo button. And there will also be a moment where you have to video yourself for 10 seconds. So you face the front, and then you look to the left, and then you look all the way to the right, and you face the front again. The third thing you will have to verify is your phone number. Fourth will be your email. And the fifth thing you have to verify is your address. Now, your address you have to verify by uploading a full A4 document. So no longer can we use, how we used to use those little screenshots where we just had our name and our address? Well, that doesn't fly anymore, right? You've got to put a proper document, ones that they refer you, and upload that full A4 PDF, if that's what it is, to the back office of the Unitex. Okay, so once that's done, and you will get a message like this in your email to say congratulations, you're approved for the Unitex, and so then you're good to go. So Unitex, right? What is it for? Why are we using it? Unitex is where we will go to buy and sell. Right now, you can think of it like eBay. eBay, you go to buy something or you go to sell something. You're either a buyer or you're a seller, right? So the same goes for the exchange. The Unitex exchange, you're either going to buy something or sell something, and it's crypto assets, right? So it's crypto assets only. Unlike eBay, you go buy shoes, you go buy, books, anything you like, clothing, whatever. That is an exchange. eBay is still an exchange, but it's an exchange for, some products. With the Unitex, it's an exchange, yes, but only for crypto assets. So let's imagine that you do some staking in your blockchain wallet, right? Your blockchain wallet holds your crypto assets, holds your tokens, and lets you do staking, right? But let's say that you accumulate some UNTB, right, from the free staking. Now, what are you going to do with this UNTB, right? It's in the wallet. What you have to do is you have to transfer it over to the Unitex exchange, because that's where you buy and sell, right? So you have some UNTB, you want to liquidate that. And in the Unitex exchange, when it first opens up, there's going to be what they call market pairs, right? Market pairs. So there'll be 2 market pairs to begin with. There'll be one market called UNTB to USDU, right? And then there's going to be another market pair called CRU to USDU. And USDU is our token that's equivalent to $1. Okay, so let's go back to that transaction. We've got all this UNTB, 5,000 UNTB that we've got from staking, right? And we want to liquidate that. So we move that over to the Unitex exchange. We transfer it over, right? And once it's in the Unitex exchange, we put it up for sale, right? So we go to sell it, right? And we put in how much we want to sell, 5,000 at what price, right? And let's just say, for argument's sake, we get, $700 for it, right? It's 700 USDU tokens, because that's all we can sell it for at the moment. So now we have these USDU tokens. What do we do with it? How do we get these USDU tokens into something where we can, go and buy some groceries, go and pay the car, put some petrol in the car, pay the rent? How do we do that? Right? We're at Unitex Exchange. This is where global unit pay comes in, the money system that we've been invited to use. It's not compulsory, but you're invited to apply to get a global unit pay account, and it is there for your convenience to help you liquidate. So the USDU that you have from the Unitex exchange, you just simply transfer that over to your global unit pay account, right? And in the global unit pay account, you're able to use cards. Now, how do you get a global unit pay account? Well, you can register on this blue link that you see here, really easy, gtinet.ch, right? gtinet.ch. And just follow the instructions. You will find some instructions in the UG Pay tab of your back office, right? Open your UG Pay tab in your back office. If you don't have a UG Pay tab, just press the plus tab up the top where all the smaller tabs are, and it will a picture will come out, and just click on the one that says UG Pay. Now then click onto news, scroll down, and you'll see one of the articles that invites you to apply for a global unit pay account. It has got a wonderful set of instructions there. Open up the PDF and then use that to help you register and go through the process. Now, the process is exactly like the exchange that I told you about earlier, the Unitex exchange, right? The 5 things you have to verify, the passport, the video of yourself, phone, email, and address. Plus, there is also a questionnaire. Okay, there's a lengthy questionnaire, but use the PDF instructions and go step by step with that questionnaire. Okay, so you transfer those USDUs to Global Unit Pay, and in Global Unit Pay, you're able to apply for MasterCard, right? So when you have this MasterCard, now you have all the funds you have, it's now in your MasterCard, and you can use it how you normally spend, right? You can pay your mortgage, you can pay the rent, you can book a hotel, you can book a flight for a holiday, right? You can do your groceries, you can, fill up the car. So it's, the options are limitless. So the virtual card is the only one you can apply for at the moment. That is €5. And there's a physical card, 3 of them actually, and they are coming soon. I'm sure that they're still choosing the ones that we're going to use, and it's going to have our own company branding. So that's going to be, very exciting for us. Now, if you've done global unit pay and you have been declined, I can tell you some of the reasons that are the most popular reasons that they decline you. First of all, your name may not match the passport ID that you have. Okay. Also, you have to check if your ID is current, right? Your ID needs to have 6 more months valid after the date that you apply, right? So it has to have validation for another 6 months. Also, they're accepting passports in just a couple of countries. They're accepting a driver's license, but don't try to put any other ID up there because they will decline it. It has to be a passport. Unless your leaders have told you they accept driver's licenses, it's definitely passport. Also, you have to upload the full A4 address document. A lot of people are only uploading a snippet, not the full document. So if it's a power bill, it has to be the full document. If it's 3 pages long, they don't want to see one of three. They want to see all of the 3 pages. Okay. Also follow those instructions. And then you have to wait. You have to wait to be verified. Now, if you also get a message from them to say that you were declined your verification, please don't send exactly the same information back, because then you'll be declined again. And when people do that repetitively, what they get is an email to say that they are not allowed to apply for global unit pay again. Right? It's quite a final sounding email. But now listen, Valentine, who is working alongside this particular platform, Global Unit Pay, he said that even though the email sounds quite final, it really is, they're going to see to those people, right? But they're going to see to those people at the end of all the registrations, because there's about 80,000 registrations waiting in the queue. And if we've got some people that are just constantly just bringing in the same thing over and over again, they're actually taking up the place and the space of people that have done it correctly first time. And the company is paying for every single one of those checks. So um, don't despair if you get one of those emails, because you will get seen to, but just at the end of all of the queue, once they're done, then you'll be contacted. Okay, so everyone, that is the end of the webinar. I'm going to stop sharing the PowerPoint